Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a blessed Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend as well. And coming into a new year, right? 2024 is coming. It's like right around the corner, just literally like days away. And I just want to bring you guys as much value as possible. We just had a 5-day business builder challenge, which is freaking phenomenal. We had a lot of action takers, a lot of people going into 2024 with a different mindset and just knowing that they can actually not have to work so much to put some extra money in the piggy bank. And so with that being said, I wanted to bring you guys some training straight from our roadmap mastermind community. And it's a training that I just got done with, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I recorded it and actually put it inside of our roadmap. Now, it's exactly what you guys will probably need if you're on TikTok, and it's understanding a little bit more about the TikTok SEO and the platform, how it's evolved literally in the last 6 months. I can't believe, exactly how much it's changed, but it changed a lot. I'm going to pull up my phone over here real quick. I just want to make sure that everything is good on my end. I'm going to pull open this actual live real quick, so bear with me. All right. So I can see if any comments come through. So if you guys are viewing this live on the live, hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. Super important that I kind of know where everybody's at when they watch my videos. And I like the engagement anyways. If you guys watched any of my trainings before, I get fired up by the engagement. So so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into today. But it's really about the TikTok SEO and the TikTok platform itself. A lot of platforms are trying to compete with TikTok, but they just cannot find out how they actually, set up their algorithm and how it continuously evolves. And there's a lot of individuals that will have some features and some people won't have features. Sometimes they let people have 10-minute videos. Sometimes they, it's crazy on how TikTok acts, right? And so super excited to bring this trend to you guys tonight. It's going to be just an overview exactly of what the TikTok algorithm has switched to, what they're kind of wanting. So bring out your papers and pens if you guys have them available. I would definitely take notes. And if you guys are in my current mastermind, then you guys already received this. Rebecca, I've been busy today. I know I was supposed to reach out to you, but I've just been back to back all day today. Today's Monday, but I have not forgotten about you. So either way, guys, I'm going to jump into this slide deck. It's going to be probably about 50 slides or so. We'll run through it fairly quick, and then we'll just kind of get on with some questions if there's any at the end. All right. Awesome. All right. So mastering the TikTok SEO. Now, as we all know, if we've been on TikTok more than 2 years, it's definitely changed. Now, I would say it's probably changed for the better because it's going to take a little bit more skill to get your videos more categorized. Now, that's what it's all about nowadays, is getting your videos categorized. When people are actually searching for a topic on the TikTok platform, it's because the SEO is placing your videos in front of people that are actually searching for that keyword or key phrase. So it's super important to realize that now that yes, it is not a social platform, it's a creators platform, right? For creativity, that's what they want to inspire, is creativity. So it's not a social platform like Facebook is. So it's more of a creators platform. And now that it's a creators platform, they brought out stuff like the TikTok shops. They brought all kinds of different opportunities to make money on the app itself. And it's also becoming more of a search engine type of app, right? Search engine optimization, SEO. And that's where you can actually go into the app itself and key phrase search, just like you can on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and like how to make brownies, and you're going to pull up the same type of videos. I bet you pull up the same shorts as you will on YouTube, as you will on TikTok at the same time. So super important to realize that, guys. And well, we always want to put out content is what people are searching for, not typically what we want to teach. It's what our avatar is like, they're fiending to get that, I guess, attention in that direction, right? They're fiending for a way to make money online. They're fiending for a way to make life a little easier. A lot of people are on TikTok for obviously just for passing time, but there's also another side of TikTok that they're actively searching for a result. And so if we can put the result in front of our audience, right? By using the key phrases that we're going to utilize, we can categorize our videos and rank them. Now, I'll give you guys an example. I'll kind of show you exactly what that means towards the end if we have some time. But yes, you want to get your videos ranked on TikTok. Now, what we're going to cover today in this training is the TikTok algorithm basics, the key SEO elements of TikTok, the power of hashtags, video description optimization, leveraging TikTok trends, user engagement and interaction, analytics and insight, content consistency, collaborations and duet stitches, TikTok SEO checklist, case studies, and last but not least is Q&A session on TikTok. Now, I know there's a feature that was on TikTok, the Q&A feature, but some people can get it, some people cannot. So either way, well, I'm going to show you guys exactly all 12 of these different topics. I'm going to talk about each one of them. We're going to breeze through them fairly quickly. Make sure you have your pens and paper. And again, this will be on recording, but this is just an overall view of what the TikTok platform is demanding of the people that actually get on TikTok. All right. So if you guys are brand new to my training, go ahead and drop a number 1 inside the chat. I want to kind of get a little bit of engagement here. I know there's a lot of students currently on here right now, but if this is your first time joining me in one of my trainings, go ahead and drop a number 1. All right. So the algorithm basics of the TikTok platform. Now, TikTok and the platform itself is primarily driven by users' engagement. All right. So that's, again, it's basically going to be people creating content about engagement. Now, likes, comments, shares, and time user spends watching the videos are really important. So all those matrix. Okay. So vanity matrix, likes, comments, shares, time user spends on watching that video. So whenever we go into a TikTok or building a TikTok video, we have to make sure we have intent behind that video. Are we looking to get more likes, shares, click on my link, whatever it may be, right? Follows. So there has to be intent behind each one of your videos. If we're making videos and we don't have an intent behind them, then we're throwing spaghetti at the wall. Now, a lot of people's intent can always surface and be like, okay, I'm just going to send my link as intent. But actually, we want to have intention behind getting those likes, comments, and shares as well. Because again, we have to work with the platform. If we're just going on to the TikTok platform and we're not engaging on anybody else's content that's like-minded, now we want to make sure that we are engaging on people's content that is in our same niche, in our same direction. Because what that's going to do is it's going to put our content in front of the people that actually engaged on other people's content that was just like ours, or for the most part, the same, right? Same niche. It's going to put our stuff in front of those people. So we don't want to get on just on the platform and just spam the platform or spam TikTok by posting content, telling people to buy something from us. Because at the end of the day, we're not working with the TikTok algorithm and it's not going to favor us. So the more engaging your content is, hands down, the more likely it's going to be shown to a wider audience. All right. So some keynotes there you guys can put down, but really focus on why you're putting your videos out. What's the intent behind your video? What kind of emotion are you trying to bring out? Now, the For You feed, obviously we know what that is, the For You page. Now, the For You feed is on TikTok. This is where people will discover new content. Now, it's not solely based on who you follow. Rather, it customizes the algorithm to show content that it predicts you will find interesting. All right. So with that being said, if you're on the For You page, that is where the main feed of TikTok is. So that's where you'll find the viral content, the stuff that is trending. So always remember to do your market research on the For You page of TikTok if you're trying to come up with content ideas. You know, it doesn't have to be pertaining, like it doesn't have to be in your exact niche on the videos you watch. It could be just literally any videos and how you could twist it and mold it and just use the foundational idea that was backed behind the video, not pertaining to call to action. But if they're saying like crypto, you could change it with digital marketing, right? So as an example. So all you want to do is you want to take these videos and you want to rework them into your own. Because I know that's one of the biggest problems people have is being creative. And the easiest way to be creative is be inspired by other people's ideas. Now, I'm not telling you guys to copy content whatsoever. Just spin off of it, because what it's going to do, it's going to start to grow this little seed or this little plant inside of you. It's going to call your creativity plant, right? And then all you have to do now is you have to go in there early and try to find, or I would say duplicate the idea, right? Because it's a duplicatable process. Just don't copy the content 100%. Just go in there and get the idea, spin off of it, rework it to your own, whatever the case may be. And also, it's a great place to find out what trends or trending sounds are actually trending at the time. And yes, TikTok is all about the trends, and it's all about the features and all those different green screens and stuff like that. So if you can incorporate those in your videos a little bit more, or even test the waters, if you're not getting traction now, I recommend that. So now the engagement metrics. Now it's all based on likes, comments, shares, time spent watching the video. Now remember that we have to have intent behind every video that we put out. It can't just be, oh, this is gonna be a cool video because it might be funny, but okay, what's the intent behind it? Yeah, we can make somebody laugh, but we can also educate and be funny at the same time, right? So there's like a happy medium. We have to find that balance on when we're putting out content. But remember, we need to make sure that we're focusing on the likes, comments, shares, and the time people spend watching the video. So to keep people's attention on the video for a longer period of time, I would highly recommend doing some kind of pattern interrupt of some kind, a green screen, or you can do something like that. So basically that's going to be a pattern interrupt some point in the video every 3 seconds. So it's keeping the person's attention towards that video, because people's attention spans are, obviously like 2 to 3 seconds nowadays, right? So the video information. Now the algorithm takes into an account the details about the video. Now this is what you say inside the video. It's the captions, the hashtags, the sounds. Now, this is how the algorithm at TikTok truly works now. And so if, as an example, if you have your hook and it says, what the gurus don't tell you about losing weight, as an example. And so inside of your video, you definitely want to bring up guru somewhere and also losing weight. Now, what's going to happen is if you even get a video or a song talking about losing weight, which is kind of crazy, it sounds crazy, it's going to pick up on every little corner of the algorithm. Now that's what you say, the text on the screen, the captions, the hashtags. And so it's really important to know it's not bad, because I hear people talking about don't put text on your screen for your keywords, but I know 100% from doing my research, going into the platform and just trying different things, testing it with our current students. And I'll show you some TikToks where, they're using this strategy and just blew their TikToks out of the water. But either way, really important to know that. So if you're going to say the words, have those key phrases, the main ones that stick out, you can just put those a little bit smaller on the screen somewhere and tuck them away. And it's just going to help with the algorithm and the performance of where your video goes and who actually gets to see your video that will resonate it with it. All right. So the interaction history. Now the algorithm considers users' past interactions on the platform. Now, listen to that one more time. The algorithm considers a user's past interaction on the platform. So if you are engaging, as an example, with your niche, which would be, say, digital marketing, and you're engaging with top creators in digital marketing, or you're seeing people that are, trying their hardest and you just want to give them a little bit of love, and you say, hey, great work, good job. Well, if the algorithm considers a user's past interaction on the platform, well, that only tells me that it's going to put your content in front of people that you've engaged with in the past. That type of content is where the algorithm or the TikTok platform that's where they're going to put your content, right? That's what it's telling me. And it's absolutely true. So including the types of content they've engaged with, accounts they've followed, and videos they've liked and shared as well. So really taking that consideration, when you're on the TikTok platform, be a team player. Don't just go on there, post your content, not engage with anybody else's stuff, and just leave. Tell people to click on your link in your bio. That's not how it should roll. It's more of a scratch your back and I'll scratch you scratch mine and I'll scratch your back, right? It's a win-win situation. So you have to always think about that as well. So if you're going to go on the TikTok platform, just remember the algorithm always considers a user's past interactions on the platform, and that's types of content they engage with, accounts they followed, and videos they liked and shared. Super important. All right. So that's why it's important to also get into duets and stitches, which we'll talk here about in a second. Now, device and account settings. Now, the algorithm also considers device and account settings. For example, it may factor in the user's language preferences, country settings, and device type. Now, here's a little gold nugget for you guys. If TikTok is banning your IP address, which social media platforms, not just TikTok, will do this because you may be violated too many times. The way to get around all of that to get your account back so you can actually maybe go live or actually get a TikTok account is just change your IP address. All right. So there's a little gold nugget for everybody out there that's having a problem with anything. If you have had an ads account that got erased, or you can't even get on TikTok or Facebook anymore because of an ads account, you got hacked, just go ahead and get your IP address switched. All right. So this doesn't really pertain to a lot of people here, but it does take in consideration where you're at in the world on who your videos will be shown to, right? There's regulations in certain countries. Now, newest of content. Now, TikTok values fresh content. So please stay consistent on your content. Newly uploaded videos, especially from accounts users haven't interacted in with before, have a chance to be featured on the For You page, right? So the more opportunity you give yourself by posting content daily, at least 3 to 5 videos every single day, it's going to give you more of a chance to get on the For You page 100%. Now, especially for brand new accounts, that's the great thing about TikTok. A user can get on TikTok tonight, have a video completely go viral, and tomorrow have 20,000 followers on TikTok, because it's giving the little guy the opportunity as well, not just the big guy like it is on Facebook, right? So it's really important to know to put out the fresh content, and the more native your content is to the platform of TikTok, the better reach you will get on top of that as well. All right. So the video completion rate, super important. The most important part of any video is going to be your hook. The next most important part of any video is going to be the watch time and how long the user engages on that piece of content. 100%. Because it's telling the algorithm, hey, this person likes this, so let's put this out in front of more like-minded people that person may have engaged on whatever kind of content it is, right? So if you have if you have a TikTok account and you're posting baby stuff and you're posting cat stuff, and then on the other side at night you're posting your work stuff, that's not going to work. You need to completely infuse all of your TikTok content inside of your TikTok profile with some type of narrative of your side hustle, your niche, health, wealth, relationships. It doesn't matter what it is, but it needs to tie back in somewhere to your niche at all times, because the algorithm is more of a machine now than it ever was before. Before it didn't matter. Now it does a lot. So make sure we categorize our content as well. All right. Now, make sure you guys are building these videos out for complete watch time. Super important that you guys are actually doing this, because if you're not thinking in mind of, okay, I need to make this content so engaging, I can go back and watch all my videos and binge watch them and not get a icky feeling, right? So, it's going to take about 100 videos, I would say at the most, until a person would completely wrap their mind around it. Some people get it right away, but I'm saying at the most, you're going to probably have to put out 100 pieces of content until you finally get the gist of everything, right? That's what I would give yourself, right? For sure. Because you don't want to expect that you're going to put out one piece of content and then not see that kind of success, the day later, whatever it may be, or might put out 3 or 4 pieces of content and you didn't make $1 million yet. Well, it's not your fault. It's not the algorithm's fault. It's just that you're in the learning process. All right. So diverse content, right? Diverse content. So the algorithm aims to offer a diverse range of content to users. Now, if a user has been engaging with a specific type of content, the algorithm may still introduce variety to ensure a well-rounded experience, right? So what that's basically saying is that it's going to show users the specific type of content over and over, but the algorithm still may introduce a cat video every once in a while to see if it's testing the water. So the algorithm's truly working in your favor. It's just we have to work in the algorithm's favor at the same time. And then trend participation. Now, participating in some kind of trends, challenges, using popular sounds, and incorporating trending hashtags can increase the visibility of your content. Now, the algorithm often promotes videos that would align with current trends. So there's this one trend that bring something to mind. It was about 2 years ago is when you would stand on your front porch and you would whistle, right? And you'd be like calling all future dad entrepreneurs. Are you tired of working the 9 to 5 and making somebody else rich or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it was, but anyways, it was a trend where like everybody in the wealth niche was doing this video. So that video in that niche became a trend, and it was very smart to actually jump on that video. So anybody on the crowd, do you guys remember that? If you guys can remember inside the chat right now, you don't have to, specifically tell me what video it was, but it was a sound where you go to your front door and then you would whistle like you're making this like elusive call to all your people, right? The only people that were going to hear you were the people that were like-minded like you, right? So anyways, it was a trend that was on TikTok. It got me a lot of traction by doing it. It was that clickbaitier kind of content, which, it's okay, to do here and there. But either way, I fell on a popular trend and I rode that wave. That's just one of them. There was a few more trends. I can't really think of them right now, but they're happening all the time. So if there's any way you could do a trend, like there's that one native dance. I done it in one of my TikToks. I used that trending sound and that trending dance and incorporated it and interweaved it in with digital marketing. That is about a month ago, maybe a month and a half. So other than that, participate in trends whenever you can, especially trending sounds. Robert remembers. Facebook user remembers. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, geolocation and language. Now, geolocation is going to be like where you're at in the world, right? So it considers all of the language preferences, all these different things. So again, it's going to prioritize your content to be relevant in the specific region or language, right? I just throw that in there because that's why a lot of the times women will get a lot of brothers and sisters from India on their wealth niche. It's because a lot of brothers and sisters in India, they actually speak English. So sometimes you'll get popularized because of the language similarities, right? So that's how come it might not be India. It might be somewhere else. It might be, I think India. I don't think India has TikTok. It's one of those foreign countries, one of our neighboring countries. But either way, it's like, oh, how come I'm always getting this like other countries, language on my feed, and they speak English and the other language. So that was like kind of like why they do it, is because of the algorithms separating the two. All right, and then the algorithm updates. Make sure you guys are checking all the time for algorithm updates. We have Wilson inside the chat today. I'm not sure if he's still live with this, but basically what happened with him is he found a article or a TikTok update in regards to they're going to push out longer videos. So like 10-minute videos. You could legitimately do like a small training session, or you could do a training course literally on TikTok and then just pin it, or you can actually start selling on TikTok shops, right? But they're encouraging people to actually do longer videos on TikTok, and they're doing some other stuff and other changes. But anyways, TikTok will send you actually updates on the app. I get people ask me all the time, how about this feature, this feature? To tell you the truth, there's so many different features. I would just go on the app and you can actually just go into that the TikTok like update thing, and you could just scroll. If you miss any updates, they'll still be there for like 90 days. And they'll tell you all kinds of cool features that came out, and you can read up on them. But that's actually TikTok content by just going through that feed and then saying, hey, here's a new feature for TikTok. If you want to heighten your chances on XYZ, here's a new feature on TikTok that's going to help you achieve that goal, right? As an example, I've seen people do similar things like that. But other than that, that's the TikTok algorithm updates. Now, the basic TikTok algorithm, I guess, strategy for success. Now, create engaging content. 100%. You need to capture your attention, capture the attention quickly of your audience. Now that's by your hook. Maintain high quality production. Make sure you have good audio. Make sure you have good video. Now, if your camera doesn't work very well inside, but it works great outside, think about making your content outside. Encourage interaction through comments, likes, and shares. 100%. Ask them what they thought about the video, or what supplements they tried, or what gyms have they went to, or whatever it may be. Ask them to comment these different things. And that doesn't have to always be a call to action to go buy my stuff. And then use trending sounds and hashtags. Now participate in challenges. Incorporate popular sounds as much as you possibly can. You don't have to have them playing out loud. You can turn them down. And then use a mix of trending and niche specific hashtags as well. And then post consistently. Establish a regular posting schedule. Now consistency signals the algorithm that you're an active and committed creator. Now again, it will favor you when you start staying really committed and you're dialed in on building content for what people want to learn or what people are actually searching for, it's going to put you in favoritism, right? You're going to have favoritism. So it's super important to realize that. Now, we don't want to just create content because we think it's cool. We need to create content is because of what people are subconsciously thinking already before they even say it. We already put content in front of them, and they're going to be like, man, is that person a mind reader, right? Mind reader? Because I was just like thinking that, like, but I just hadn't said it. Like I was feeling that exact same way. Like I've been looking for this my whole life, right? So we have to really focus on what type of content we're putting out, and then what type of emotion we're drawing from that person. And typically, we want to put the desires in there, right? Because that's what people search and look for different opportunities for, is because they have a desire to change something in their life. So build your content based on desires. Throw pain points in there as well. I highly recommend it. Now, diversify your content. Experiment with different content formats. Now, that could be like green screens. That could be like creating content like you're a news reporter, introducing varieties of styles while sharing or staying true to your niche. So you could you could wear props, right? You could have props inside your videos. There's so many different things and ways you can keep your audience engaged. But try green screens, try B-rolls, do voiceovers, stuff like that. Day in the life of, where you just basically shoot video footage and do a voiceover of you walking somebody through like that daily, the morning that you have or whatever that bleeds into your day. Let me see here. Prompt viewers to like, comment, and share all the time. There always should be some type of call to action at the end, because people are like sheep at the end of the day. Super important to always realize, we have to give them some kind of direct action step. And that's even to binge watch more of our content, whatever. Now, keep up with TikTok's updates and changes. Now, I do TikTok training like at least every 2 weeks. I'm trying to update something or build something out. At the end of the day, the TikTok platform has not really changed that much. The buttons that are like important have not moved or changed. The only thing they've ever done was really add any features or add features. So like, just stay informed, keep up with the updates that's on the TikTok platform. Look inside the little news articles they send you, or all the, information that they send you in your email about another update. That's also content talking about these updates before anybody else talks about them, right? Or go try the update out and try the feature out, whatever it is. But adapt your strategy based on the evolving features of the platform. Now, you can be pretty basic and just do a certain type of content and do a certain kind of way. But just remember, the more favoritism, or the more features you use, the more favoritism TikTok will have with you. All right. Now let's talk about the key SEO elements on TikTok. Now, captivating thumbnails, super important. Now, thumbnails are the very first thing users see. Like I was telling you guys, within the first 2 to 3 seconds, whatever thumbnail, whatever hook, it needs to be captivating. Now, don't make it so busy on your screen. Like, don't have a whole bunch of font and text everywhere. Don't have exactly what you're going to say to the whole video on the front screen, because it's going to be pointless to even watch it. But having appealing thumbnails that accurately represent your video's content. All right. So if it's a song, you need to have that song represent that video. Okay. If it's a thumbnail, have it represent that video at a 40,000 foot view. Like it's the umbrella of what that video is about. Super important. Right. So it can really be relatable, not just like for us, but for the people that are watching the video. Because if it's not relatable in some type of way, like through the music, the emotion, all those different things, the serotonin is the feeling of good, right? That's that chemical that the body releases, right? That helps us feel good. And so if we can inspire that serotonin release, or oxytocin, one of the two, right? Both of them at the same time if you can. But the whole point of the thing is trying to get some kind of feeling of emotion. And if we can make a captivating thumbnail or an overlay or a hook, something that's going to draw that person in to the point where they can't scroll, that's what we're looking for. Now, high contrast images, bold text, and recognizable branding can grab attention as well. Now, you only have to really brand your name and brand who you are. You're not really trying to brand colors or a logo, especially this early on in the stages. but something bold, something that stands out, that's going to resonate with your audience. Now, if you say like reoccurring commissions and your target avatar has no idea what reoccurring and commissions even mean, right? We're not going to talk about reoccurring commissions if our avatar is somebody that is product aware and solution aware, but they are just learning exactly all of the verbiage, right? So we want to make sure that not only does our copy, right, copywriting or what we say on the videos resonate, but um, it has to basically, I guess, gel your music, your fonts, the way your vibe is. All of these things have to be a perfect mixture. So they have to gel together in like a nice, perfect, I guess, even flow. So there can't be too much of one thing and not enough of another. So make sure you use your thumbnails sparingly. Don't be too noisy on your screen. Just something that's going to grab their attention and give them an idea of the 40,000 foot view of what that video would be like. All right. So let me see here. Crafting captions that spark curiosity or ask questions. That's your hook. Super important. And use emojis to add personality, encourage interaction. So I know there's emoji like it's like a smiley face and his eyes are dollar signs and he's like spitting out money. I used to use that all the time in one of my, when I was doing content on TikTok. And there's that emoji, and I was always using the booty shaking. So I would get a peach because I was like, "Are you on here for booty shaking videos or trying to figure out how to make money online?" Right? And that emoji, for some reason, for the longest time, it seemed like it really worked well, and people clicked on that video because of what there was on the screen. So other than that, yeah, super. Just be crafty, be scrappy when you're making your videos, and speak to your emotion of your audience and also the desires. Now, here's some keywords that you guys can focus on. Now, this is specifically for making money online, e-commerce, financial freedom, online learning. Now, these are keywords that we're going to try to get ranked for. Now, there's going to be a part 2 to this. Now, to get to the part 2 of this entire training, because I'm actually just going to show you exactly what this all means, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. But I would like to invite you guys into the opportunity to do that. I'll be able to give you guys the invitation after this to actually show you exactly how to put all of this SEO together. But it's really important to understand on how to rank for specific keywords. Now, if people are actively searching like how to create content on TikTok or how to create content that makes sales, as an example, we might want to rank for content creation. So if we want to rank for content creation, we can always throw in there to make more sales, to get more leads, to get more followers, to XYZ. So it's really important to know that we want to get ranked for one specific keyword at a time. And again, I go into a lot more detail and depth in that, and you guys will get a little more information on how to get access to that course. But this is just the part 1 of the part 2. Then we're going to talk about hashtags. Now, at the end of the day, hashtags aren't like super detrimental. It's one of those little added bonuses you guys can use, especially for TikTok. Now, Instagram is a little bit different, but understanding the TikTok hashtags. Now, categorization, hashtag serves as a way to categorize your content. Again, it's not super detrimental. Now, I have a little strategy for using hashtags. You don't want to go overboard when it comes to hashtags because the algorithm is not going to know where in the heck to put your content. So when users click on a search for a particular hashtag, they can discover all the videos under that hashtag associated with the tag. Now, you can find videos, you can find songs, you can find trends, you can find all kinds of stuff using hashtags if you use them right. Now, discoverability using relevant and popular hashtags increases the likelihood of your content being discovered by a wider audience. Truly important, including those who don't even follow you at all. Right. So we're going to talk about a hashtag strategy. Now, there's some different types of hashtags. Now, you have trending hashtags, branded hashtags, broad, specific, pain point, and desire. All right. So as far as trending hashtags, I wouldn't use trending hashtags all the time, like For You page, as an example. That would be like a broad trending because people are always trying to use the For You page. It's going to put you in a big group of people that don't really care about what you have to offer. So it's going to be it's going to be mostly and specifically to broad, specific pain point and desire. Now, when we're using branded hashtags, that can be like hashtag guru, that can be hashtag For You page, but we do not want to use those hashtags all the time because we're not trying to, number one, compete with those people. that are ranked with those hashtags already, but we also don't want to put our content and water it down, if that makes any sense. So what I would recommend and really truly use and focus on is broad, specific, and pain point or desire types of hashtags. Now, here's a whole bunch of different types of hashtags you guys can use. You guys can screenshot this, but again, you don't want to use hashtags over in like the billions. A few million is okay, but again, it's not detrimental when you guys are creating content on TikTok, especially. All right. So you guys want to mix your hashtags up, trending, broad, specific. Use a combination of popular trending hashtags and then more niche one related to your specific content. So if it's a video like hashtag, okay, if I'm a construction worker and I'm on the construction site, hashtag construction life. I might want to use that one as an example. And then I might want to use like hashtag retire when I'm 70, hashtag work from home, hashtag digital marketing as an example, right? Didn't get crazy. Now, you want to make sure you limit the amount of hashtags. Usually use 3 or 5. Don't get crazy. You can put 4,000 characters inside the description area or the caption area, whatever it is, on TikTok now. It was like 250, or it was like 25, then went 250, and it kept going up from there. But experiment and analyze also. Make sure you're limited the hashtags and also mixing trending hashtags with niche specific hashtags. At the end of the day, it's not truly important using hashtags at all. And then create your own challenges you can with hashtags, like hashtag the 5-day business builder challenge as an example. So you can create a challenge around that if you're doing like a TikTok growth challenge, and everybody you have signed up for this TikTok growth challenge can create a one specific hashtag to link everybody together. Then you can definitely make a challenge hashtag and use it that way. And then place hashtags in your video description, also on your video, in your captions, all over the place when you're doing this. And again, I have this crazy training that is inside of our roadmap community. I just want to bring you guys the best practices for the SEO, but there's an actual strategy on actually how to put the videos together based off this training I got you guys tonight. Now, tracking and analyzing the hashtag performance. You can do this through your analytics inside of your TikTok platform. Some accounts require 1,000 followers. Some people, so it's just crazy. But you might be able to get a hold or access, not get a hold, but you might be able to access your analytics. All you have to simply do is go into the promoter tools, I believe it is, inside of your TikTok, and you should be able to find your analytics right there. And this data informs you in the future hashtag strategies probably you'd be using. All right, stay relevant on your hashtags. Update your hashtags. Again, you don't want to use hashtags in the billions, maybe at the most a couple million. Adapt to changes. Again, once and last for, you don't have to use hashtags. They're not detrimental. And then leveraging the power of hashtags on TikTok is an ongoing process that requires experimentation. And you have to analyze it for sure on video from video. But for the most part, don't worry about the hashtags too much. That's not a thing you need to worry about or lose sleep over. And then video description and optimization. Crafting the SEO friendly descriptions include relevant keywords naturally in your video and description. So again, I was telling you, if there's going to be keywords on your screen, not just your captions, but like keywords that you would actually put on your screen, or what the video is going to be about, keywords that really stand out for the niche or the offer or whatever it may be. But if you're putting the same keywords as what you're saying inside of your video, the algorithm will work more into your favor. Now, also put those descriptions or put the keywords into your description and in also description, the video itself, the keywords, and then also if you want to put them in your hooks as well. So you can put them in a hook, your description, doesn't matter. You can even use calls to action, like check the description for your next your next action steps. And then inside the description, it'd be like, watch video 1 on my pinned page, or watch video 1, watch video number 1 pinned on my page, or something, whatever you want to say, because you can pin videos. So anyways, You want to, mix it up, tell them to go to your description, because what's going to happen is if they're going to your description and reading your description, now it's increasing watch time and engagement on that video. Even though they're not watching it, it's still playing in the background and they're reading the description at the same time. So mix it up, be crafty, be scrappy when you're building your videos and your content. Again, bring your personality out, the same person that's around their friends, not around their boss. All right. And then leveraging TikTok trends, staying current on the TikTok trends. Again, you don't have to do trends all the time. No, I'm not asking you to do that. But every once in a while, participate in some type of trend. Get yourself out there, put yourself out there. It could be a voiceover, it could be a lip sync, whatever the case may be. But if you can incorporate these trends into your content, it could literally a trend could be like, I know there's a trend right now. People are talking about side hustles that should be illegal. That's a trend because somebody created that or started it, and then it took off and started trending. So then you have other people that are doing side hustles that should be illegal. There's no one person on the TikTok platform that's 100% original. I have a hair that's tickling my nose. Everybody's copying everybody at the end of the day to some extent, right? So rather than beating ourselves up, don't reinvent the wheel. If there's something that's happening out there, you see a video that video got crazy amount of traction. I'm going to put my own spin on it. I'm going to say this instead of this. I'm going to wear this instead of that. All these different things. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't make it harder on your guys' selves. Just go out there, find a piece of content, do your market research, get ideas, and then go create it, right? Don't sit on it. Just be you. User engagement, interaction. Again, building that community engagement, respond promptly to comments, and engaging with your audience. Super important, right? So it's a component everybody misses is the nurture content. You have the attraction content or, hey, click on my link content. And then you have, hey, buy my product content, but there's not a lot of nurture content. So respond promptly to your, damn it. I got a hair in my nose. Something's tickling me. All right. So respond promptly to comments and engage with all of your audience. It could be through your chats, through your comments, and also engage on other people's videos as well, not just your own. Don't just be that person that just goes in there and spams TikTok, right? If you're going to use the TikTok platform, use it for all of its features. Go in there and engage with others. Watch what happens to the platform itself for you, right? And then collaborate with others creators through your duets. So duets and stitches are really important. Create content that invites users to share with their followers. So you want to create content for sure. So I think the third biggest thing on a TikTok video would be shares. Before likes, before comments. If you get somebody to share your video, you're in the money. If you can get them to click on it, watch it all the way through, and share it, that's a recipe for virality. And if you could do that on every piece of content, you're setting yourself up to be really, really, really wealthy. Analytics and insight. All right. So using the TikTok analytics, regularly check your TikTok analytics. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Make sure you go there all the time. You can go to tiktok.com/analytics on your computer, tiktok.com/analytics, and make sure you're logged into your TikTok account. And what will happen is it'll pop up a better and more in-depth TikTok analytics overview on your computer. All right. So tiktok.com/analytics. Identify the trends of the most successful content that you have, the watch time where people watching it for the first 3 seconds, then falling off, but you still got 5,000 views. Well, that says a lot, right? So you got 5,000 views because it was a great hook, but the middle of the video is trash. So we know that hooks work. So let's work on the middle of the video now. All right. So reviewing those analytics is super important. And all those great things. What's up, Bobby Ludwig on YouTube? Awesome. Thank you very much for the hashtag live. And then content consistency. You have to be consistent with your content. If you're not consistent with your content, you ain't going nowhere, right? Consistency. Because at the end of the day, you're branding yourself whether you like it or not. If you show up 2 or 3 times in 1 week and post a video and you're not getting any engagement and you just show up every other day, every 3 days, you're branding yourself as being a person that's not very punctual, all right? Not very, I guess, like-minded, right? You got to try to find that avatar. So don't do yourself a disfavor. If you're jumping into this, jump into it head first and just go for it. But yeah, align your content with your brand and your personal style, and then create cohesive experience for your viewers. Really important. Collaborations and duets. We just talked about this. You maximize your reach with the collaborations. Now, duets for interaction. You have a duet and stitch feature on your TikTok account. Maybe I'll go over the features next Monday of all the TikTok stuff. But at the end of the day, there's a duet and a stitch. And what it does is it basically helps you create a response video for, I guess, shorter terms. You create a response video that you can either stitch or duet. Now, a duet thumbnails, make sure they're eye-catching and representative. They represent exactly what you're trying to talk about. Hashtags, again, they're not super important. Description of the keywords, and then engagement. Encourage likes, comments, shares, and duets. So at the end of the day, it boils down to that. It's not harder, not no easier. It's just, it is what it is, right? It's not hard. It's just, we got to play nice. And then case studies. Now, this could be before and after videos of yourself. Case studies are becoming more of a thing now, and vlogging, old style vlogging is becoming a thing, is when people don't even edit the video, they just vlog. And a blog is where you write or type. A vlog, V-L-O-G, with a V, capital Victor. You vlog, and you basically take footage of video of, throughout your day as an example. So highlight real results and achievements that you've made through your product or service. And if you have never made a result, or if you never had a commission, then basically leverage somebody else's success until you have your own success. So nothing matter with that. That's just like called meet the guru. I'm not going to get into that too deep, but for the most part, leverage other people's success. And then Q&A sessions. Now this could be an open door, open door, like Q&A. I'm going to go live on TikTok. We're going to do a Q&A. You can have participants jump in, share insight, questions. You can bring on other speakers on TikTok. Q&A sessions provide tips and additional information based on audience inquiries. So whatever, if there's a whole bunch of questions you're getting asked and you just want to talk about the frequently asked questions, we'll go live on TikTok. And if you don't have anything else to talk about, then just do an open Q&A. Foster collaborative learning environment. All right. So with that being said, everyone, that is the training for today. My allergies are kicking my butt today, man. Head's like all plugged up. But that was a crash course on the TikTok SEO. And yeah, so just really focus on TikTok being more of a platform where people will search rather than where people go get entertained. Even though it's an entertainment platform, a creative platform, at the end of the day, people go to TikTok and they search for different things, or they're thinking certain things. So it's your job to inspire their ideas by the things you say in your content. All right. So you're very welcome, Christopher. You're very welcome. This came straight out of our other course. We'll be bringing you guys more training on Monday of next week. Now, we do have a free course. If you do not have this course, it's called the Digital Marketing Secrets. If you're currently inside of our program, you guys will be getting this. But if you want access to our newest course called Digital Marketing Secrets, let me see here. That's Digital Marketing Secrets. And basically, it's a free course. If you guys want a crash course on exactly how all this works, go ahead and comment below, and I will be sure to send you the free course for Digital Marketing Secrets. But if you're currently inside of our course or inside of our coaching program, then you will have access to it. All right. So with that being said, I have 10 minutes until I get to my mastermind. I hope you guys found value out of it. With that being said, I'll be back to you guys on next Monday. I will be bringing back the GOAT Show, where I do live interviews with top authorities in the industry. I do interviews with our students, so super excited about that. Thank you for joining me once again. If you're on the live, hashtag live, on the replay, hashtag replay. My name is Eric Forner, the CEO of Passive Income Blueprints, and I will see you guys next Monday, and I'll see all of the mastermind or the roadmap students here in about 8 minutes. All right. Do roadmap members have access to it? Yes, you will have access to it. The Digital Marketing Secrets course. It's already done. Send the mastermind link. All right. I wish I could, my man. So with that being said, everyone, I will talk to you guys on the flip side. I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you once again for joining me. Share this with anybody that might have trouble with TikTok or just curious. All right. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the inside.